Number 20, the New York Giants, your boyhood favorite team, the Giants. How can you disrespect the Giants? Have you not seen? Have you not seen what they are doing to put pieces around Daniel Jones to allow him to become the next Phil Simms, the next Eli Manning of that proud franchise, Peter?
Well, let me just say this, Mike. This proud franchise now, this is the 10-year anniversary of when they last won a playoff game. And that was a big playoff game. They beat the Patriots, at the end of that, at the end of the 2011 season, obviously. But, I just want to see it first, Mike. And it isn't that I doubt them, but the jury's still out on Daniel Jones. He has played okay, but not great. And he's had some really good moments, but he's had some ugly moments as well. So let's see. I don't really know what to think of Daniel Jones. Now, offensively, they are going to be a lot better. They're going to be a lot better in the running game with Saquon Barkley coming back, and they're going to be a lot better at wide receiver with Kadarius Toney, obviously, and Kenny Golladay. The one guy on this team that I think is being forgotten right now is when you bring Kyle Rudolph onto your team and everybody, it's just insurance for Evan Engram. Hey, look, Joe Judge saw what happened in New England when they went to 2 tight end sets. And no one is going to say that Kyle Rudolph has the athleticism of either Rob Gronkowski or the late Aaron Hernandez. But he is a very good NFL tight end, and I think he's got 1 year or maybe 2 left to really impact a game. So I like him almost as well as I like, let's say, Kadarius Toney to help this quarterback, especially in the intermediate part of the field. Having said all that, I just would like to see them play well and consistently on offense. And look, we're going to see how well they'll do on defense. But I think they lost a huge piece with Dalvin Tomlinson going to the Vikings. That's one of the big gets in free agency that nobody's talking about very much. But I just want to see the Giants do it. The last 4 years, we haven't seen it.
One of the challenges of doing power rankings when everyone is 0-0 and will remain 0-0 for several more months, somebody's got to be 20. Somebody's got to be 28. Somebody's got to be 31. And at a time when fan bases have been soaking up any and all hope they can find from the end of the season until post-draft, they don't want to hear that it's going to fail, even though someone is going to be 20, someone is going to be 28, someone is going to be 31. That's just how it works. And as to the Giants, I firmly believe when you look at Kenny Golladay and all the money they spent on him, first-round pick on Kadarius Toney, after they missed out on Devontae Smith when they got leapfrogged by the Eagles, Kyle Rudolph, all these pieces, it's a no-excuses season for Daniel Jones. He's either going to make a jump, and we're going to be gushing about him the way we gushed about Josh Allen last year, or it's going to be someone else next year as the quarterback in the New York Giants. This is the pressure cooker that Daniel Jones is being placed into. No excuses. Get it done this year, or next year you're not going to be on the team.
See, the interesting part of the Giants is just think about this year versus next year. And you're right, Mike. I think the entire, ethos of picking quarterbacks now has changed, and changed rather dramatically. Daniel Jones going into his 3rd year, and this is his prove-it year. This is it, okay? Tua Tagovailoa going into his 2nd year. I'm not saying it's his prove-it year, but it might be. And this never used to be this way. Quarterbacks used to get a lot more string to be able to prove themselves. But, and I'm just saying this is a big but, because I don't think this is going to happen, but I think it might happen. And that is the New York Giants, if they're lousy this year, will have a high draft pick. And the New York Giants will also have Chicago's first-round pick this year. Now, who knows? Chicago might be picking around 20 again. You never know. But suppose that the Giants have the 6th pick and they got the 20th pick in reserve and they like one of the young quarterbacks. I chuckle when everybody said, the quarterback crop next year is lousy. How in the world do you have any idea what the quarterback crop is next year? Did anybody think that 1 year ago that Zach Wilson was going to be the second pick in the draft? Nobody heard of Zach Wilson a year ago. And I don't know if Zach Wilson's going to make it or not. But don't tell me that there aren't going to be good quarterbacks in the draft next year. It's a bunch of malarkey.
And Peter, even if we get to the end of the 2021 college season and there isn't a great crop, and I agree with you, it's too early to know. You got ammunition that you could use to trade for one of these veterans that is disgruntled, that may want to play in New York. Remember, it was 2 years ago when Russell Wilson was posturing for his latest contract, the Giants, New York City. That was a destination that was mentioned for Russell Wilson. So that could come back after this season. And they've got those 2 first-round picks this year, 2022, in the next draft that they could dangle in order to make that happen.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.